All right, juniors, welcome to Career and Academic Planning, lesson number 7. We're going to update our IPS and talk a little bit about the ACT that will be coming in March. Everyone today will be receiving their book, so that's kind of exciting. Your practice book to help you prepare to be ready in March. So non-test information, the demographics, kind of like who you are, your name, date, classes you've taken, grades that you've gotten, career interests, things like that. We're going to do all of that. We will do it during an advisory on March 19th, or maybe even during some Trojan time in there. I'll kind of figure out what would be best and where we're at in all of our other Xello stuff that we have to tackle for the state. But that you can do on your own if you would like to. You just go to myact.org and you start filling it out, create an account, and that kind of stuff. If you've already taken the ACT, you're going to have one. The only thing is, don't forget your email and your password, because it is difficult to get a hold of them sometimes. So make sure you're doing that. So the ACT, we are going to take it on Tuesday, March 26th. All the juniors are signed up as of right now. So I've already given them your names and things and ordered your books. Everything's coming. The mass majority of you will be taking it. So if for some reason someone doesn't want to take it, they have their IPS is stating that they are going to definitely not go to college and they're going to do an alternative route. That's absolutely okay. And you just need to have your parent approval. So you don't need anything to prepare, but to prepare for this. So you don't have to do anything major on your part except for the myact.org. Bring a couple of pencils and a calculator on the day of. So pretty minimal requirements, but what I am going to ask you to do is to make sure that you are preparing a little bit for it. So the bus will depart at 8:15 out on the east side. It does end around noon, 12:30. We will make sure that you get lunch that day as soon as we get done. Of course, I'll have some snacks. You can bring water bottles if you want. We're going to go to this area community building. So you'll take the first hour will take roll, then you'll go ahead to the commons, and then we'll depart to go to the area community building. So we're going to start with this one. I really suggest that you do that. So if you haven't had it before, this is a great starting point because one, it's free. And then we'll take it again if you need to in the summer or the fall. You might be super happy with your score and get the scholarship that you want. And that's absolutely okay there. But if not, then you can retake it and I can help you do that as well. So sliding area tech students, you are going to miss class that morning. You need to report to southeast of Saline to get on that bus and go. And just a reminder, we do have IXL ACT test prep, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So this is the book that you should be getting. It does have the information on the front of it. I do want you to read through this book. Please do not leave it in the theater. You want to make sure that you're taking it with you. So what are some things that you can do to prepare? Step 1, I want you to take a full-length practice test. There's one in that test book I'm giving you, and it even has the answers in the back. So on YouTube, there's some really awesome ACT timers, and you just type that in and they'll find that for you. And so they'll time you for it on your device, and then you just kind of sit there and take that test and then grade it and kind of review results. What went well? What could have gone better? Did you miss all of the probability questions? Well, then you need to review probability. So how was your timing? Did you finish each section? Did you have time left over? Did you just skim it and you could have actually read it? So it'll kind of give you some of those answers as well. So do target your practice. So what areas do you need to do better in? If you scored like a 10 on the English, you want to make sure that you're scoring higher than that. So you need to practice some of those English skills. And IXL can definitely help you do that. It's pretty cool. You can actually put in the scores on there, and you can use your pre-ACT results if you would like, or from your practice test, which is what I suggest. So you can actually put those scores in there, and then IXL will create a study plan for you. Easy peasy, and it's something that's free as well. So why we're doing this is the majority of schools now only require GPA to get in, a certain cumulative GPA. So FHSU, for instance, Fort Hays, does require 2.25 GPA, which the majority of you have that. If you don't have it, you can do an ACT of 21 or higher. So to get in, you really need that GPA, but really what we're talking about are some scholarships. So Fort Hays does have a scholarship and a GPA base, so you can kind of see as your GPA goes up and your ACT goes up, you're significantly increasing your scholarship. So that's really what we're kind of looking for on this. So again, KU, they actually don't have their freshman merit scholarships based on ACT scores at all. They're pretty unique. The majority of the others do. And so, but you do have to have a GPA of a 3.25 to get in, or an ACT of 21 or higher. And then all of their freshman merit scholarships are based on GPA. K-State, on the other hand, they have a 3.25 GPA or a 21 on the ACT and a 2.0 GPA on high school credit taken in high school. And then you can see their freshman merit scholarships are based on ACT and GPA. So you can kind of see where you're getting the $22,000 total. You have to have at least a 29 on your ACT and a 3.85 GPA or above. So kind of start with your GPA and see where your GPA is, and then start working towards on your ACT score. So you can see here, if you got a 21 on the ACT, you could get the Limestone Award or no test score available. But if you hopped up 1 point, you could earn an extra $1,000 a year. That's $500 per semester, and that's pretty significant. So make sure that you are looking at that and what you need to do. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our IPS. What you need to do is go onto Google Classroom, class of 2025. Here's your code, just in case you've lost it. Click on classwork at the top, go to my IPS. If it's submitted, you need to unsubmit it and then go ahead and open it up. First thing we're going to do in 11th grade is we're going to add KSU and then go ahead and also add the KACRAO College Planning Conference. And you can just put CPC on there if you would like to as well, or if you want to type all that in, whatever you want to do. And then any updates here, remember it's so important to make sure that you're putting dates in there. When were you employed? Are you still employed? If you were working at Sonic, let's say, and you worked from March until you just quit in this month in January, then you need to have those dates in there. It'll just save you so much time when you're doing your resume next year. Same thing with community involvement. Maybe you helped do all sorts of stuff with the mayor's Christmas party in Gypsum. I don't know. Well, make sure you go ahead and put December of 2023 on there. Same with volunteering. If you helped with the concession stand, you didn't take any money, make any money, then that is volunteering. So you need to make sure that you have the date that you did that and that you have those activities all listed out. Honors and awards, school improvement involvement, like including your offices. So what are you a member of this year? Art Club, FCA, FFA, FCLA, Safe Team, Tabletop Game Club, anything that you are a member of, you want to make sure that you add that on there because, again, we're going to be listing out our activities and things on our resume, and we're going to need to make sure that we have those. If you did hold an office, you need to make sure you put that. So maybe you're the junior class representative of STUCO, you need to make sure that you put all of that down. So take some time to fill that out. And then last, I just want you to check that you have your 11th grade changes written down. So we should have already done this, but just make sure that you have your career written down that you're interested in. And if anything is changes, make sure you have a capital letter and a period. And then the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up either Xello or PowerSchool. It doesn't matter to me. Have your semester 1 grades there. You need to list out your classes and the grades. So if you could get all of that done, then you will be finished for the day.